So it comes down to this, a 235 megawatt solar cap. The solar people don't want it because they won't be able to expand. What makes this community so afraid is that it's unclear how many more countries will be added to the list.
Sapone says police should go after the small corner stores and the people who buy from those stores. The outpouring of support for the Cornelius family has been global. Packages coming from the NYPD, Argentina, even Australia. Cops are looking for cameras to track movements of the suspect. As for the 9-month-old child, she is with family.
Shuttling people from LA to San Diego, Las Vegas to Phoenix, and then the entire country. It was quite a sight on the water of Rhode Island Marina Sunday around 11 a.m. when 3 boats caught on fire. Thick black smoke billowing into the sky could be seen for miles.
It's horrible. It's a horrible thing because I live here all my life and I've seen boats burn before. It's horrible.
Patty Garino lives nearby. She came to see where all the smoke was coming from.
It's very scary. Very scary. But I mean, they haven't had anything. This is one of the first ones I've seen like this here.
According to New Rochelle Fire Department, all 3 boats were tied to the dock, one of them on fire. That fire then quickly spread to 2 other boats. One boat was saved, and on the other, 2 people were inside. One person got out safely, while the other person untied the boat to let it drift into the water. That boat engulfed in flames. Took firefighters at least 2 hours to put it out.
They had it out before. If you were here, you saw it. That was out before. Okay, now it's starting all up again. I feel very bad for over there because a lot of pollution. Okay, I mean the boat's destroyed.
Fiberglass boats are very difficult to extinguish. A lot of pockets for the fire to run into, and this one we actually don't have access to the boat. It's beached in the mud right now.
And the man that was on that charred up boat, he was transported to the hospital. He is expected to be okay. In New Rochelle, Fatima.Rahmatullah, News 12.
As a husband mourns the loss of his wife, Nazma Khanum, who was stabbed and killed Wednesday in Jamaica, Queens,
I cannot say, man.
He can't help but question why anyone would do this to her.
Why this happened?
Khanum, a retired school teacher from Bangladesh, and her husband Shamsul Alam Khan were walking home after buying groceries. Her husband had fallen behind when police said someone suddenly stabbed Khanum with a knife in her chest just 2 blocks away from home.
When I see blood, I am puzzled. I cannot say anything.
As Khanum's son grieves, he says his mother was a loving wife, friend, and teacher.
She's very sweet. She don't have any problem with anybody else, So I don't know why the people, behind my mom, So why they try to kill her.
As hundreds gathered for Friday prayer in Khanum's funeral, they demand justice for her and security for the Muslim community.
We are not bad people. I lose a main person in my family, so, I have no doubt. So I need now justice,
Tonight, Khanum's husband and son are transporting her body to Bangladesh to be laid to rest where most of her family resides.
I never blew up a building.
Former boxing world champ.
Go around, go around. It don't even faze me to even talk about blowing up buildings.
Turned trainer.
Quick, you gotta be quick. I don't kill people.
Eddie Mustafa Muhammad.
I'm going 1. That never even came across my mind.
Along with 2 other champions, J. Leon Love.
I'm a human being just trying to make a better life for myself and my family.
And Bado Jack are bobbing, weaving, taking the fight outside the ring.
I'm confident in what I'm doing and my beliefs.
They're all Muslim.
Not every Muslim is a bad Muslim.
Speaking out.
Just because you have some crazy people like ISIS, that has nothing to do with the religion of Islam.
Against Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump.
Islam means peace. Donald Trump doesn't understand that.
And his latest comments.
A total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
He can say anything he wants to say about my way of life, which is being a Muslim. He can't change me. He's not man enough.
Fighters.
Hard work.
Who are used to taking a punch.
To be humble.
Not afraid to stand up.
To pray.
For who they are.
To be a good person.
Fatima.Rahmatullah, News 3. This permanent U.S. resident,
I think it's so unfair, unjust,
is one of the many faces impacted by President Donald Trump's travel ban.
No hate!
They call America as land of opportunity, and Iranians really believe in that.
Hamid Reza and his brother came to the United States from Iran on student visas in 2008 in the pursuit of happiness. Here's a family photo of them in Yonkers. Hamid Reza pursued his PhD in chemical engineering.
Living the American dream, even though we live in Iran, we know that US is the best country in the world.
He worked hard and eventually got a green card and a job at Pfizer.
We are basically making medicines and that save American lives. My brother is a doctor. I have two uncles here. Both of them are doctors. So we are really saving American lives.
Hamid Reza planned to go back to Iran in the spring to see his parents. But now, because of the president's executive order, he doesn't know when he will see them again.
Right now, we have big doubts because it's so risky to get out of here, and we have jobs here. We pay mortgages here. So if anything happens and this normal, natural living here is disrupted, we would be in so much trouble.
In front of Planet Hollywood, that's where Juan Sorolla was struck, and that's where he watched the horror unfold.
I was very scared. When I look up, it's like people were yelling.
Screams of misery.
The way it came, I thought I was done.
That sound on replay.
It just happened so fast.
The sight.
All I remember just looking at the headlights.
Almost blinding.
Next thing I know, I was on the ground.
The pain unforgettable for Juan Sorolla.
I could still feel the wheel
on top of his leg. He was working Sunday night on the Strip when police say a woman driving a car with a toddler inside struck him and dozens of others.
I felt the pain, but I think, the cold overwhelmed over just hurting. Just like I said, it was just numb.
Another woman came to his aid.
Laying on my back, looking onto the sky, all I seen was just a helicopter. This lady kept talking to me and making sure that I was talking to her and making sure I was going to be okay.
And in the moments of chaos, all Sorolla could think about was his little angel.
I was just thinking about my daughter, just had her birthday the day before.
A chilling reminder for him who's bandaged and bruised. It could have been much worse.
I know I'm always going to think about it.
Sorolla is expected to return to work this weekend. He's going to be working on a scooter. Reporting live, Fatima.Rahmatullah, News 3.